These videos are educational in nature and meant to help 21 and over adult smokers switch to a healthier alternative. Welcome back to the channel, folks. I am Matt. Hope you're all doing well. Today, we're going to check out the Klypse Pro from Innokin. Yes, we got a new version of the Klypse. A little bit bigger battery. This one has adjustable wattage as well. Takes all of the Klypse pods, so let's go ahead and dive into it. So inside you are going to have your device, and there is one pod pre-installed. You then get a USB-C cable and a second pod, and of course a user manual and battery care guide. All right, so here is the device made out of aluminum and some PCTG plastic. Like the cap right there feels plastic. You got a display on that side with a button. On the face here, you do have airflow control, and that opens up like so, and then you can close it down like so. All right, very, very nice touch. Says Klypse Pro right there. USB-C port is on the bottom, 1000 milliamp hour battery. Up top here, you have the cap, and that is a press fit. It pulls off. But then it can magnetically stick to the bottom, which is quite nice. Your pod fits down inside there. Let's pop that out. And this pod that's pre-installed is the 0.6 ohm, 2 ml capacity mesh vertical coil there, and they are a side fill port. Then the other pod you get is the 0.8 ohm, also 2 mLs, and any of the other Klypse pods will fit in this device as well. I'm going to fill up the 0.8 ohm. That's kind of my jam. That's where my sweet spot usually is with mouth to lung. And I'm going to use some watermelon peach in the unsalted line, and let's 12 milligram. Let's go ahead and fill it on up. When done, just close that up like so. Now with a fresh pod like this, you do want to let it sit 3 to 5 minutes so that wicking can get saturated. You can speed it along with 1 or 2 drops down the center as well, but you know, your first couple vapes might be a little gurgly if you do that. So there's what the inside looks like. You got contacts, magnets, draw activation tube, and these pods will go in either way. So you got that way or this way. Very strong magnets. And let's turn it on. 3 clicks turns it on. All right, and then you got a little light indicator where it says Innokin right there. So 1, 2, 3. Now it's off. See the little light indicator? 1, 2, 3. Now it's back on. Now, if you want to adjust your wattage, you go 1, 2. Now it's blinking, and then you can scroll through. Now, I believe at the 0.6 ohm, it'll let you go up to like 25 watts. But with the 0.8 ohm, let's see what it tops out at. Yeah, was it 14.5? Let's get back up there. 15. And then it round robins to 6. So with the 0.8 ohm, up to 15 watts, but with the 0.6 ohm, it'll give you more wattage. Very simple display here. A battery meter shows your wattage, says Innokin underneath, and there is no puff counter that I have seen. I think that's a missed opportunity. If you're gonna have a display, you might as well let it have a puff counter as well. Some people like to use that, but that's basically it, guys. Simple device, but now a little bit bigger battery. You got a display with adjustable wattage. And you got this cap here. If you don't like it, you don't have to bring it with you, but it's nice for in your pocket, keeps dust out of your pods and stuff like that. All right, guys, that is it for the up close. Let's go ahead, go up top, vape this, and talk about it a little more. All right, so here's the Klypse Pro. It's got the cap on it. You can pull the cap off, use it without. Let's have a vape. Very nice. If you want to hold on to the cap, it sticks to the bottom like that. Yeah, that was at 14.5 watts. Airflow is as closed as it'll let me go. There's still like a tiny little slot open, and that's as closed as it'll go, which gives me a medium MTL draw. But for those folks that like a cigarette tight draw, aren't going to be able to get it out of this. I like the airflow, totally fine with me. I don't personally need to close it down anymore, but if you think you like a tighter draw than me, this might not be for you. Very, very good. Great flavor. Good amount of warmth with that 14.5 watts. Well, I've reviewed Klypse devices before. The pods are really nice. It's a good vape. So let's talk pros and cons. Cons first. First off, no puff counter. Like if you're going to have a display, I think you need a puff counter. Some people seem to think it's gimmicky, and maybe it's just because they don't use it and they don't ever want to think about anyone else and how they use devices. But I think it's a great tool for those folks that are trying to cut down on their vaping or slowly taper off and quit vaping. A puff counter is like super valuable and really nice for them. Also, people that just want to keep their puffs in check. So maybe they lowered their nicotine, but when you do that, a lot of times you tend to just vape more. So if you wanted to lower your nicotine, it's also worthwhile checking your puffs and making sure you don't go up in puffs. So anyway, I think puff counters are great, and this should have had one. Only other thing to mention is that the airflow, like I said, only closes so far. That's fine with me, but if you like a super tight draw, you might not be able to get it out of this. Also, it is a side fill port, but I'm fine with that. There's pros and cons to top or side. I've talked about that in the past, but it is what it is. Great flavor on this. We're going into pros now. Great flavor on this. Mouthpiece is super comfortable on the pods. I think it's a nice looking device. It's nice that it does have airflow control. Let's try vaping it with the air all the way open. Yeah, and then with this 0.8 ohm with the airflow all the way open, I get more of a loose MTL draw. Also, the button on the side is just for changing the modes. It does not fire the device. This is all auto draw. Press the button, it doesn't do anything. So yeah, like I said, build quality is nice, airflow control, you got adjustable wattage now. The cap definitely comes in handy for those of you that have gotten pocket lint and stuff like that inside your pod. It's nice to have a little cap that you can put on there and protect it. Easy to take off as well. And nice that there's a magnet on the bottom there for it as well. Another pro, a bigger battery compared to older Klypses. So 1000 milliamp hours as opposed to like, I think the past ones were around 700 or something like that. So all in all, really nice device. If you're already a Klypse pod user, it's definitely worth checking out. Doesn't feel that much bigger than past Klypse devices either. Plenty pocketable, nice looking, very simple, sleek, classy looking. Comes in a bunch of different colors. So nice job, Innokin. I think that's it, guys. I hope this review is helpful for all of you out there. That about wraps it up. Until next time, thanks for watching.